Hi everyone, welcome back to What's Your Worst. This week on the podcast we will be talking about our worst shopping experiences. It was a recommendation on a video a while ago, at least a month ago.
About a month ago. Yeah.
But we are starting to get to a lot of those, so if you have suggestions for topics, let us know in the comments and we will start rolling through those.
Yeah.
But other than that, you want to get started?
Sure.
So this happened a year or two ago, I think, just before Christmas. I had to pick something up at Best Buy. I think it was a power strip, like not a very expensive thing, not like a Christmas gift or anything like that. But I...
Do you remember why you were picking it up?
I think I was trying to redo the cable management on my computer or like behind my TV, something like that. Something where it's just like, I don't want to have all of these like wrapped around and plugged into 14 different outlets. I usually buy all the stuff that I get from Best Buy or really like technology stuff online. I don't usually go to the store, but I was just kind of not in the mood to wait 3 days.
Like, I need my power strip and I need it now.
Yeah, because it was like a weekend project that I was trying to do, and I thought of this like last minute. So I drove down to Best Buy. Buying it was actually fine. Like going in the store, I kind of knew where it was, so I picked out that. I don't know a whole lot about like electrical stuff, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna pick what makes the most sense. And so as I'm checking out, I usually try to do like tap to pay because it's way faster and I don't need to like get my card out or anything like that. But it wasn't working for whatever reason, and so the guy at the checkout counter was like, just insert your card and that should be fine. And so 2 or 3 days after that, I get a call from my bank that's like, hey, we have $150 worth of iTunes gift cards. Did you make these orders?
I remember this story.
Yeah. I'm immediately like, I don't use iTunes at all. I have a MacBook, but that's the only Apple product I own anymore. And so I essentially had my card information stolen from Best Buy because I didn't buy anything else out of the ordinary.
Yeah, just iTunes gift cards.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how banks recognize purchases of gift cards like a massive as like a fraudulent purchase, which is really good if your bank does notice that. But like that's really funny because what if you were a person who bought gift cards, or like my brother always buys gift cards for us for like holidays, but he's buying like different kinds.
Yeah, if he's buying gift cards for stores that you know that you're going to go to, like that's fine. Like,
but if you're buying out of the blue, you suddenly buy $150 worth of iTunes cards.
Yeah. Like that's something's wrong there. And I know that iTunes gift cards are like one of the more common like scam items. I think iTunes and Amazon gift cards.
Oh, Amazon for sure.
Yeah.
Amazon, like there's the sky's the limit.
Because it's just money.
The sky's the
at
limit.
that point.
Yeah, with Amazon it's just money, and you're buying cash. But with iTunes, you're buying something a little bit. You're like buying like digital stock essentially. You're buying like a digital experience, whether it be music or an app or something. It's
not like tangible. Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, no, I think that's happened to me 2 or 3 times where someone has like tried to purchase iTunes gift cards specifically with my credit card information.
Is it from Best Buy? Like, has it been from Best
I don't
Buy
know.
multiple times?
I have no idea. The first time I think it happened, I had just placed an order for something online a few days before, like in the same time frame that this happened, and so I was like, I don't really know if it's this place or this place, but I don't know. I don't buy things from Best Buy in person anymore. I'll always do like in-store pickup.
So what happened with this one? So was that more or less it?
Like, yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of like bad shopping experiences. I tend to shop mostly online, and so I've had like late deliveries, or I have another story that we'll throw in a little bit later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've mostly only gotten like orders that were delivered wrong, or like I forgot to cancel a subscription box or whatever. But
other than short of that,
I mean, identity theft isn't a joke, Sam.
My worst shopping experience, and I had to think really hard about this one because similar to you, the older I get, the less I worry about when I go shopping, and the more I'm willing to deal with, more or less.
You're more confident.
Yeah, well, I know what I'm going in for.
Yeah.
There was one time when I was 16, So I was a sophomore in high school. It was the spring of my sophomore year. And at my high school, I don't know if this is the case at most high schools, because I've heard different stories from my friends my friends that I've met since I graduated high school. But like at my high school, only juniors and seniors were allowed to get tickets to prom. So yeah,
really?
Yeah, only juniors and seniors were allowed to go to prom, basically, unless you were the date of a junior or a senior.
Okay.
But you yourself could not buy tickets to prom.
That makes sense.
I had a friend who was a freshman, and she was dating a junior. They were both in the theater group together. Super cool people, and they wanted to go together, but they were also like, I'm pretty sure they were secretly dating. They didn't.
It's hard to secretly date when you're in high school.
Yeah, but like I don't think that either of their parents wanted them to actually be in relationships. They weren't like letting them date kind of thing. They hatched this plan for so the guy, the junior, was going to ask his was going to basically have his friend, another junior girl, pose as his date. And they would both buy tickets, and I would go with the girl
and pretend to be her date.
Yeah.
So that you just swap.
Right. Pretend to be her date, or I pretend to be her date, and then the two of them would be together. And we all decided, because we were like sort of trying to play the system a little bit, that we would all sort of go with the same color scheme. And so.
So it's not weird if you see like the two people kind of matching up, and it's
right.
like, oh wow, they matched, but they came together and they also matched. So
exactly.
It's a weird coincidence.
It's a weird coincidence. So, and they're all hanging out.
It's weird how high schoolers think like that.
I know.
And like that's gonna work.
I know. And so about let's say like a month before the actual dance, we got this plan in place, and my date, well, not my date, but like I actually wasn't really friends with the girl who
you ended up going with.
I was supposed to go with.
Yeah.
The girl the junior girl.
Yeah.
I wasn't really close with her, so I never really hung out with her before, but I'd hung out with the freshman girl because we were friends. So she said, "Hey, let's go get your clothes, so we can look like we match." She had like a picture of her dress, and so we could get me like a matching tie, matching shirt, stuff like that. That would work. So we spent like I want to say that we spent like 2 to 3 hours walking through the mall trying to find the perfect clothes. And
how big was your mall?
It was a good sized mall.
Okay.
It's the Huntington Mall in West Virginia, or in Barbersville, West Virginia.
The Huntington Mall is in
Barbersville,
West
yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, they were gonna put it. I heard. So West Virginia, I don't know if you all know this, is pretty famous for mountaintop removal, but that's mostly
strip mining.
Yeah, mostly due for like coal mining and natural gas mining. But in a lot of cases, they'll just like flatten the top of a hill in order to build something.
Yeah.
My high school was on top of a hill that had previously not had anything on it.
Yeah.
And then nearby was this hilltop that was supposed to become the mall. The downtown Chamber of Commerce, I think, when it was like when they were about to break ground after they had flattened this fucking hill, were like, no, you can't build a mall so close to town, you'll kill the businesses.
I guess that makes sense.
And so they put it in like a town 2 towns over, basically, and it killed the businesses anyway.
Oh wow.
So they played themselves, and it brought a lot of commerce to that other town.
Yeah.
So you can't beat the mall, unfortunately. I mean,
now you can.
Now you can.
Malls are dying.
The malls are dying, and the only thing good about them is there's nothing good about them.
No.
But we were at the mall for probably like 2 to 3 hours, and I bought all these clothes. I bought this nice shirt that basically. So we get near like when they start selling tickets, and she walks up to me and tells me at school, it's like, actually, we decided to tell our parents that we were dating, and we're gonna go together. And so I was like, but I've already bought this stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, you could still go with the other girl if you want. I was like, I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to go. And Like, I don't know her. Like,
yeah.
Why would I go with somebody I don't know? And I thought about like, well, I have the clothes. I might as well ask like one of the girls on the cross country team who was older. I ultimately ended up not going, and I never wore those clothes.
Oh wow.
So I ended up giving them to Goodwill like 3 years later because I'd outgrown them. That was more. It was the. I spent all this time.
It was the context around the shopping.
Exactly. I spent all this time going through this complex plan, like to get clothes for a date I never actually ended up going on.
Yeah.
And that was my worst shopping experience.
No, but I think I might have spent like not that much money, probably like $15 or $20 on a tie that I probably also donated to Goodwill recently.
I think for my prom, I actually didn't spend any money on my outfit because the guys mostly wore tuxes, and so I had one from chamber choir.
Ooh.
So I just wore that.
There you go.
So same as last week, we're gonna do quick like rapid fire, some other like
fun shopping experiences.
Fun shopping experience.
Yeah. When I was pretty young, I went shopping with my mom and my brother, and he knocked like a whole bunch of, I think they were shot glasses or something, off of a shelf, and I don't know if they broke, but we just kind of pieced out of there before we could figure it out. That was embarrassing for like, I want to say 12-year-old me, because he would have been 4.
When I was probably 14, my mom and I went clothes shopping at like a local discount store, and I was trying on, I said, Mom, I really need new pants. Because I'd been running on the track team and I'd lost a bunch of weight. And she's like, no, you don't need new pants. And I like held the pants that were the size that she grabbed for me, and I could fit my entire hand in between like...
It's fine, buy a belt.
Yeah, but like they were probably like a 36 waist.
Yeah.
And I could fit my entire hand in between like where my waist actually was and the pants as far stretched out as they were.
Oh man.
I was like, Mom, I need new pants.
This isn't gonna work.
I need new pants. She's like, oh my gosh, you need new pants. So that was actually not as bad as I thought. But when I'm talking it out, it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
But it was it was funny to see that gap, and like I was like had to explain. I'm like, I'm skinny now.
Yeah.
Like,
a couple months ago, I was buying curtains for this room because these curtains don't do a great job at like blocking the light. I don't know if they're like see-through, basically. I measured everything and ordered them on Amazon, but they were a foot short because I measured wrong. And so they came up to like here. It was like the walls were wearing shorts, basically. Returning those was a nightmare because they're curtains. Like you have to re-fold them and everything and put them back in a similar size box or the same box. Because I usually get rid of my boxes almost as soon as I open things.
Right.
Just right out the window.
Yeah.
Trash is right there.
It'll make it there eventually.
Yeah, it's like a Frisbee.
All roads lead to the trash can. After work yesterday, I went to go do bottle redemption at the liquor store. And this is the liquor store that I used to work at. Granted, it's been a couple of years, and not a lot of the same people that I worked with work there anymore. I was in there yesterday with a person that I recognized because he was a regular customer when I was working there.
Yeah.
But now he works there.
Oh.
So yeah, there's been a few of those that have been there.
Was it a good regular customer?
He was fine.
Okay.
He would make awkward casual conversation, but like the yesterday I had my bottle redemption slip and I had like the beer I was buying, but I've gone through this dude at the register multiple times like in the last year, and granted it's COVID season and everyone's wearing masks, and I totally get it, but I'd already said hi to one of the people there that I knew, and he was standing right next to him. I'm young and I still get carded all the time, but he carded me, and I was like, that wasn't weird. But like, we're in Vermont, and I have a Vermont license, and he was like, I don't know if this is real. I need to check this. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I was like, Dave, tell this guy that you know who I am and that I'm fucking old enough. And he's like, yeah, just sell him his shit.
I would have been so happy if he was just like, I've never seen you in my life. Get out of my store.
I mean, like, yeah, if one of them had said that, I've never seen this man in my life. I was just like irritated because I'd already waited in line at the redemption center for like 40 minutes, and
those lines are getting long.
Crazy long.
I think I sat in the line for an hour and 15 minutes the other day.
Yeah, they're getting crazy long.
Yeah,
and like I listened to an entire podcast, not one of ours,
no.
A different one, but
Which podcast? Shout them out.
The All In podcast with Loser Fruit and Creator.
Oh.
And I listened to an entire episode.
Yeah, there you go. Australian gamers.
Australian gamers.
I'd like to throw in a quick update corner. So I got a text from my mom probably like the day after we put out the last podcast, and it was a list of every single story that I told and corrections or updates about them.
Please.
So the eatable story, which I think is the one that I told
that was
as like my main story, I got almost exactly right. So shout out to me. I'm going to give myself 1 point there.
Out of the bat.
I forgot the ending though. I filed a grievance and the sub had insisted that it was pronounced eatable. And so my teacher gave me credit for figuring out the correct way to spell a word that doesn't exist. The head bump that I said I might have gotten from falling on that concrete, I've had for my entire life. But I got stitches when I fell on the concrete, so I don't remember that. I didn't gag from the cleaning out of the like head cut. That was when I got pink eye, also from a Foursquare ball. I gagged from the eye drops. And the dragon shirt that I'm really mad about, it was trash. It never came home, and I am so sad because you can wash out vomit.
I remember once from a game of like when I played baseball, we were doing a kids versus parents game.
Yeah.
And basically, one of the kids ripped a line drive straight into one of the dad's faces.
Ooh.
And his nose started bleeding, and we were wearing red shirts, and so my mom was like, "Give him your shirt."
Nice.
And so I don't know if I ever got that shirt back.
No.
I don't think I ever got
Probably
that shirt
not.
back.
Other people's blood is probably a big
probably
no-no.
not worth it. So I feel your pain, brother.
I got hit in the face a lot with like baseballs, basketballs, Foursquare balls.
Played a lot of Foursquare as a kid, didn't you?
Played a lot of Foursquare as a kid. It's the only thing to do. No, but I think I lost like 2 or 3 teeth just from being hit in the face.
Dorothy, you want to weigh in on this one?
Yeah, we'll get her on the phone
at some point. I think that wraps up this one. Keep sending us more topics, and we'll keep trying to do some of the comments, like the suggested topics that you all give us.
Yeah.
We've got a plan for next week, sort of a big surprise.
Hopefully next week.
Hopefully next week.
We'll see if it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thanks for watching. If you liked it, like the video, leave a comment. If you want to see more, subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Real quick, want to thank everyone for watching the last video, and hope you keep liking this content.